Hi there, welcome back to Colorado and Company. Our next guest today is one of Colorado's top triathletes, and what makes it so interesting is that he's 76 years young. Amazing. High five right there, my friend. I'm talking to Dr. Lockett Wood, and exercise has always been so important in your life. Running too. Is that
I wouldn't
true?
say it's always been. I started when I was 37. I started for health reasons.
Oh, okay.
I was very, very overweight, and I was extremely hypertensive. And I started running, and in 14 months, I'd lost 65 pounds, and I ran my first marathon.
Oh my goodness! So that was the inspiration.
That was the
health
inspiration.
reasons.
Just health reasons.
No.
But I got hooked.
I said your age was 76, but do you feel 76 physically?
I feel better than I did when I was 35 and overweight. Wow. I don't know how 76 is supposed to feel.
Right,
but
obviously.
But I certainly feel great every day.
And how long ago did you start running competitively?
I started running competitively would have been in the spring of 1978. That was my first marathon.
Okay.
I started running, the very first day was April Fool's Day, 1977.
And do you remember any specific marathon that just kind of stands out in your mind that has a good memory?
The very first one I ever ran was
Really?
my very best one.
Good for
It
you.
was also the best one, but it was also, you felt like Superman when you ran after you run your first marathon.
Wow.
It is just amazing.
In 2010, you turned 70, is that correct? Did
That's
I get
correct.
that right? And do you remember what you ran then?
That year I ran...
Was it a Nations Triathlon?
I ran 2 marathons that year, but I also got sucked into the Nations Triathlon in D.C.
Wow.
My brother-in-law talked me into, and I wasn't a swimmer. I had to learn to swim. So trying to learn to swim at 70 is just a lot of fun.
My gosh, you have a heart of gold. I mean, you have to have that grit in order to compete. And last year you won the International Triathlon Union age group 75 to 79. Where was this at?
This was in Edmonton, Canada. It was the International Triathlon Union, the World Championships,
You won it.
and I won it.
Wow, what was your time?
Oh golly, I don't know, 3 hours roughly.
Man.
And that was for the Olympic distance. I mean, triathlon has 4 distances, and Olympic distance is what they run in the Olympics.
Right. And doctor, right now we're looking at different pictures and video of you. What was the experience like for you?
It was sort of amazing. There was nobody there that was more surprised than I was.
Well, how many triathlons have you competed in over the years?
I've now done, I think, about 35 since I turned 70.
I want to point out your shoes. I think that they're very interesting. Do you actually compete in these shoes?
I got rid of all my running shoes the year I turned 70
Why?
because these are so much easier to run in than regular running shoes once you learn how to do it.
Okay. And
If
it
they're-
doesn't cause any harm to your body?
Actually,
Isn't
they're
that
much
interesting?
easier on your knees and much easier on your hips.
And this year's Boulder, something special happened to you. What happened?
Well, 23 years ago, on the 25th of May,
Yeah.
my wife and I were married in the Boulder.
Oh, that's sweet.
And so we're celebrating our 23rd anniversary on the 25th of May this year in the Boulder.
Oh, God bless you. She's a runner, obviously, too.
She likes to run. She's not as competitive, but she enjoys the exercise.
So you've run the Boulder 34 times?
No, it's been there 34 years,
Okay.
but I was out of the country 2 years.
So
I
32
missed-
times.
I've run it 32 times.
Good for you. What's your next goal?
My next goal would be to continue competing in the triathlon stuff and see if I can just hold my position.
Wow. Besides running, any other athletic ambitions?
Well, the triathlon stuff, I do a lot of fishing. I do a lot of general hiking, those kind of things.
Nice. I want to be you when I'm 76. I really do. You're also a cyclist here. Tell me about this bike. It doesn't have a lot of cushion for your rump.
Well, it doesn't need a lot.
Okay.
This is a typical triathlon bike. The idea is that you wear a aerodynamic helmet, and the bike, you're in a very aerodynamic position, and as a consequence, that does, for old guys like me, are not very fast. We need every bit of the help that we can get with this kind of hardware.
Doctor, what would you say to someone, even just talk to me, what would you say to someone who thinks they can't do this and they don't have the ambition to do this?
Anybody can be active.
Right.
I know people who really have significant health problems, but they stay active. And you got to keep moving. Every day you've got to do something.
What's your training schedule like each day?
I train 3 days a week. I swim for an hour, 3 days a week. I run for about an hour to an hour and a half, 4 days a week, and I'll bike 3 days a week.
My goodness.
But again,
thank
that's
you.
That's still only 10 to 12 hours a week. Everybody can spare 10 to 12 hours a week.
You truly are an inspiration. Thank you for being on the show. It was such a
thank you
pleasure
for
to
having
meet
me.
you.
I really enjoy it.
Stay strong, stay fit, and stay active. It doesn't only happen when you're young. It can happen at any age. It's a lifestyle that can continue well into your golden years, as you just heard. If you'd like to get in touch with Dr. Wood, here's his email. It's lockettwood@yahoo.com. lockettwood@yahoo.com.